there! Today I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons Catholic moms should give up pants for Lent. What did you just say? What's your problem with pants? Okay, calm down. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, my name is Kenzie. I am a wife, mother, and stepmother. I film all kinds of videos just talking about motherhood and my journey, but some of my most watched videos have to do with modesty and just me sharing my story of switching to wearing skirts and dresses exclusively. So I do wear pajama bottoms and stuff like that at home, but in public, going out places, I have not worn pants for the last few years after growing up with jeans being the main item that I wore, and I could not imagine living life without jeans. So this was different for me. I didn't grow up in a community that did anything like this, okay? So I'm just regular, went to public school. I don't know what else to tell you, just regular clothes wearing girl? I don't know. So you can watch my other videos about that stuff, but I do want to give you 5 reasons I think Catholic mothers should give up pants for Lent. So here we go with reason number 1. First, you can cultivate the virtue of modesty. Modesty is something that we are all called to. And in wearing skirts and dresses, it helps you better see all the ways that the different items of clothing that we can be so accustomed to are immodest. So by fasting from jeans, it can help us, or yoga pants, leggings as pants, that type of thing. From fasting from those items, we can gain a clearer perspective of modesty. And so when we do go back, if we do go back to wearing pants again, we can better identify which styles cultivate the virtue of modesty and maintain our dignity and value as women versus styles that are inappropriate. And there are many styles that are inappropriate. A lot of people don't want to admit that, but it's just the truth. Before we get on to reason number 2, I just want to add that's one of the most beautiful things about fasting to me. I think a lot of times we think that fasting is just about self-control. But beyond that, we gain a special clarity that we would have not had otherwise. I know it's happened for me in wearing skirts and dresses. If I do wear a clothing item of pants, for example, I found an old pair of sweatpants that I was wearing around the house, and my family was actually shocked that I was wearing them because they were so tight. And these are the same type of things I would have worn out without any problem or question of it before. And so now I can see, okay, if I am going to wear a pair of pants, it has to fall away from my body, be a little looser. Perhaps my shirt should be longer. Maybe more of a tunic style would be most appropriate. People in all kinds of Christian circles very much argue this, and there's definitely a grouping of people who are defensive when this idea of even considering not wearing pants comes up. You know, I know some Catholic influencers, and they'll post things like, "Honey, don't let anybody tell you that what you wear has to do with your holiness." And I would argue that it kind of does. And that's not to say that anybody who wears jeans or pants is somehow less holy or doing something wrong by default. That's definitely not the case. There are many beautiful, tasteful, wholesome, and holy women who choose to wear pants. But with that said, there's something that changes in your heart when you dress modestly, appropriately, decently, and where you're not revealing parts of your body. You're a whole person, and you're not reducing yourself to parts. So I just invite people to be open to that. All right, I promise these next ones I'll go a little quicker. Number 2, that it is a great option for pregnant and nursing women. One of the biggest questions that pregnant and nursing women tend to have during Lent is what to do. Obviously, the certain days of obligation given to us by the church. And when you're pregnant or nursing, that's usually not a very healthy thing or encouraged thing to do. You are free from doing that if you have a health issue, of course, and if you're pregnant or nursing. So it can be a helpful way to be able to fast without having to have it involve food. And for many women, this can be a true sacrifice. Actually, when I first even thought about not wearing pants, it was my Lenten promise to myself back when I was in high school. You know what? I didn't do it. I did not do it. I gave it up after, I forget how long. I think I did it for a short period of time. And I remember there was a basketball game, and I thought, how can I wear a dress to a basketball game? I'm going to look ridiculous. So I gave it up, but I always thought back to how challenging that really was. Anyway, I said I'd be concise. So moving on to number 3, another great reason to fast from wearing pants and wearing skirts and dresses exclusively is that you can make more use of the items in your closet. I know there's so many people who tend to hold on to some really nice dresses and skirts, but they only wear them on occasions that are few and far between, especially the last few years with people not going out and socializing quite as much. There could be some items in your closet that you really love but don't have an occasion for. Well, every day is a wonderful occasion, and so I invite you to make use of those items in your closet. And I think too, we have to retrain our brain that we're allowed to dress up on a regular day. Every day is beyond regular because it's a gift from God that you were invited to wake up and show up for. So if you want to wear a dress, who's to stop you? Or a skirt. So this is a great way to make use of those items that are just sitting there in your closet. Probably some really nice items too. All right, number 4, it helps you slow down and be more thoughtful. Wearing skirts, your movements do change. I have a tendency when I'm wearing pants to just sit in some weird stretched out way however I feel like. But when you're wearing a skirt, you can't just like sit out like quite the same, you know what I'm saying? And that was something that really interested me with having worn skirts and dresses like the first month of it. I realized a few of the ways that I would sit did change, and I think that's a good thing. So it does help you be more mindful of that. And number 5 is that you are more ready for Mass. I know that there are many women who, while they do not wear skirts and dresses all the time, they do like to wear them for Mass so that they can show up their best when they are coming to worship. Well, during this time of Lent, we should be going to Mass as often as we are able. And if you're already dressed up, you are more likely to be ready to go to Mass. You know, I think it's a lot easier if you're still in your jammies, or if you feel like, oh, I'm not really dressed the way I like to dress for Mass. You might be less encouraged to go. But if you're dressed up, ready for the day, and you're wearing, you know, a nice skirt or dress, perhaps you will be more inclined to go out and to go to Mass. So those are the 5 reasons that I think Catholic moms should give up pants for Lent. I just really love the perspective change that it has. I'm not saying you're bad if you wear pants and you choose to do that. I'm just saying this could be something very fruitful for you. And at least if you do it for 40 days, at the end of it you can say, you didn't like it. I don't know. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just saying it's something that I suggest you open your heart to, especially if you feel that you haven't been as modest and wholesome in your way of dress as you desire to be. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Please be kind in the comments. For some reason, this can be a very heated topic, and you are allowed to disagree, but you must be kind if you are going to comment, please. Just for everybody's sanity, because I want it to be a good, respectful dialogue if there is one, and not just like mean things. There's enough drama in everybody's world, so please be kind. I do ask that of you. Anyway, thank you again for watching. May God bless you always, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Have a wonderful and fruitful Lent. God bless. Bye.